Renovating and construction is one of the very most challenging things in our life. It's one of our dreams to always have a very good house. It's a dream to have a very good garden. It's a dream to have a very functional property. But most people have realized within time, they get they're skeptical, they're scared, they're unsure. Why? Because of the challenges that come with just construction and renovation in itself, which actually brings us to today's session, where we're going to get you through a project we've done for the last 3 weeks. It's a 1973 house which needed a lot of renovation. It needed a lot of makeup. We feel very satisfied with our results, and it's a pleasure to just get you to go through this, what we've done. Maybe you'll get motivated, maybe you'll get some tips, but let's check out and let's just move on to the first thing that we added on this old property. So one of the things that everybody loves, they're chicken. We all love chicken. We love to eat chicken. We love egg because they give us proteins and all that. So in our mission to just save this 1970 property, which has quite a big chunk of land, we decided to integrate a chicken house, which we've built on this part. I'll actually do a video with we'll get you through this nice chicken house. We'll get you through the functions that in this chicken house, and then we'll have a small party with the kids around about introducing our chicken, our birds into their lovely chicken house. So that's the next video, guys. Follow us up. So that's one of the projects we'll get you through in the next project. Another thing that we did is, if you remember from the first video, if you've been following us, you know how this place looked like, because we had a bathroom right on that corner. We had a bathroom on that corner, which we decided to actually smash, and then have the 2 bathrooms added on this. This is the latrine section, the bathroom section. So we added the 2 bathrooms on this door, and on the last door, I don't know if you're able to see it, but we moved the 2 bathrooms here to just create space for our chicken house, which is on this other side. So that's one of the things that we did. We feel very satisfied. Our tenants, this is a property where we have about 45 tenants, and they feel very satisfied about it. We're very satisfied, and there are these small things that get your tenants very, very satisfied about staying on your property. It's easy for you to actually increase the rent and increase on your passive income. So it's very, very important to think about just latrine and shower. They have to be comfortable, they have to have some space and all that. So that's one of the things that we did to just also improve the property. This part, if you watched the first video, was actually some grass and some vegetation, which we removed everything. And then we had a tap on the other side, which we actually moved to this part. We want everything to be on the same place, and we try to just update it for it to look more functional, for it to look more clean, for the drainage, because we don't want water to stop here. And the drainage was we did a drainage system. We did the floor, which is tiles. We did the wall tiles, and then we did a little bit of mosaic just to add that natural look, and a sink for washing dishes from the house. So it's a small place, very, very many functions. And the ladies who, when they come to wash their clothes, instead of going the traditional where they bend like this, they can actually just sit, wash their clothes. It's very comfortable, it's nice, and the open space makes it dry very fast. So this is another feature that we decided to integrate in the property. We are satisfied with it. It took about 2 days, but we feel very satisfied. Now somebody may wonder what happens to the drainage. We got all the water coming from here, because we don't have a community-based drainage system around here, so we actually did dig a hole. I'm not sure if you can see somewhere here behind this behind this small fence. We did about 10 meters deep, and then we filled it up with stones or boulders. Then at the top we covered with plastic paper, and then we got our pipes going in. So all the water from our laundry section or our kitchen, whatever you may want to call it, drains down here, and it all integrates into our garden. So that's another feature that was really we did with a success, and it can also encourage people who stay in a place where there's no public drainage, there's no organized type of drainage. This is one of the ways that you can actually solve your drainage section. Number 3 is about tapping rainwater. We love our nature. There's too much rain here. We've realized that at times our communal taps don't have water. So we decided to actually just work from the resources that we have and try to tap on the local resources. Sorry about this wire, but we did put this the gutters. We did put the gutters, and then we did build this for tapping the local water. We've got it all over this property, so the tenants, they are able to get some water from the rains. They can use it for washing, not for drinking. We don't encourage that. For drinking, we encourage them to use the tap water. But for other things like washing clothes, like cleaning their houses, like whatever mentioned, they can use this type of water and also save on the environment and use the local resources that we have to just make a better life. So this is one of the successes. Another thing, this type of place, we also don't have a very organized way of disposing our dirt from the house. There's too much from the kitchen, there's a lot of paper and all that. So we also thought about just having a very communal place where they can all put their dirt from the house. We keep the compound clean. We keep our place very clean. So we did also build this small cage where we have our dustbin, and there are two, one on this end and another one on that end, where they can all throw their things, and by the end of the day we have a very clean environment and everybody feels very comfortable. So this was another success. We move on. You can see from the video, there's also this very long, if the cameraman can just come somewhere here, we have this very long line for the clothing, where everybody airs their own clothes after washing and all that. It stands in the middle of the garden where we've done the grass, so that all the water that comes from the clothes, it drains into the garden, makes our grass grow better. We've got some flowers also. We painted it. We made it more step. We didn't usually in this type of society. What I was told is that most in this type of place, the tenants do fight because everybody has his own line of clothes, and if somebody uses it, it becomes more like a quarrel because you cannot use my line. So we actually removed all the original line where people had individual lines where they air their clothes and all that, and we decided to just build one long, which is about 75 meters. With about 75 meters of line with times 6. You can do it, calculate and see how much space we got just for laundry and all that. So in that sense, we've solved the problem of fights. We've solved the problem of complaining. It's in a good place, good height. The clothes dry very fast, and the place looks much more organized. So you have, if you have a rental property, you should think of such small things. It seems very basic, but very, very important. I'll take you to more features that we've done. So just follow me around. If from the other video you saw how this place was, this was dry. This is for the kid. We freshened it up. we've tried to paint that because the paint was quite worn out, it was old. So we painted the place. It looks fresh, it looks nice, it's safe for the kid. We move on. And then we have this shade where our kids can actually sit here and do their studies. They can sit here and have a social life, talk with one another about ideas, just talk around. It was worn out, it was broken down there. We did weld, we did paint it. We gave this forest green. We did paint it. It feels fresh. They can sit here and work on their laptops or whatever, computer games or whatever. It's nice. So we're satisfied with it, and they seem very satisfied with this. The bench, we actually forgot to fix it. It's got some potholes, but no problem. They'll fix it sometime. But that's still functional. They can sit on it. It's quite low for the young kids. But then this part was also a mess from the word go, if you remember from the first video, where all the seats, some were worn out, they were different sizes. But at this time, they're all one size. There's no fights with the kids. They're having a ball, just swinging and winding the evening. So that feels good. That's nice. And are you happy?
Yeah.
Good. She's a happy one. So we move on to the next project. You can also see there, I talked about the water place, water collection point on the other side. So we have one on this other side. And then we have for the dustbin here. So that's another nice place. In the ground here we had very old grass from the word go, which was very uneven. It was not cool at all to look at. So we actually did some landscaping, removed all the grass which was here, and planted a new Kikuyu grass. It's already picking up. We're very satisfied. We've had some rain, so I can see the grass is already picking up. So in about 2 months, this place is going to be lush green, I promise you. So this is another success story, and we are very glad. So then we can take the last feature that we've done on the property. I do love using recycling material on my garden. It gives me a sense of being environmental friendly and all that. So we did this rock garden using the local material that we've picked around. All the tins that you're seeing, we got the kids to go around and pick them up because we wanted to use them in a good way. We planted plants. Last time when I did it, it was a very small rock garden. This time I tried to expand it with more succulents. We've also used planted more succulents because depending on the weather, at times it gets very dry, at times it gets quite rainy. So we thought by using succulents, they can withstand the heat that we get in the tropics. And at the same time, it's not a problem when it's raining because they won't grow very fast. Succulents love a lot of sun. This place is very open. There's no tree up here, so they get so much sun. They're going to blossom, so that feels good. These shoes, it's recycled. It was my old shoes from my last project. I got tired with them, and they were worn up. So in Kenya, they don't allow plastics, and I thought just to conserve the environment, I'll use my shoes, old shoes, and actually put some succulents in it, and I hope they're going to grow, so that feels good. The number plates for the cars, this is a parking zone, and this is actually the entrance when you're coming into the property. So always think of that because that becomes like your reception. When you go to an office, you want a receptionist to look good, you want a receptionist to smile at you. So that was the concept that drove us to have this type of a very unique rock garden, where when people move in or they're coming from work or they've got guests that are coming home, they're able to see something that puts a smile on their face. This is Hustle Day. Thanks for watching. Please, for those who have subscribe. I would like to say a million thanks. We've actually passed the 200 mark after about 1.5 months, so that feels really good. I think people are satisfied with our content. For the new people, please do. It's a very young channel. Do support us by subscribing. You'll just share our video to your friends, people who need this type of motivation or information about renovating a property or that type of thing. And do give us a like, because we'll be so happy. Thank you and have a good evening. In the next video, we'll take you back to the chicken house, where we're going to have a video explaining and showcasing some of the properties that we have in that chicken house. We'll have the kids having a party, and we get our chicken into their new house. Bye bye and take care.